Right, I haven't done anything on the bike for ages. I've done some testing of the quick steel and how it will hold a thread and that kind of thing, and I'm not 100%, but I've also tried brazing and it was disastrous, to be honest, whether that's the brazing rods I've got or my overriding worry that I'm going to melt the carb body before I get it hot enough to actually do any brazing. Either way, I'm going to try the quick steel stuff first, which is in this tube and is still soft, so we use that and fill the hole in the carbs, get the carbs back together. Big job. I think that's going to take me a good few hours, but I'll definitely document it even if it's in a time-lapse video. Carbs then go on the bike, airbox on the carbs, tank on the airbox. I've got some bits to put back together for that as well, but like I said, I think I said it, I've got a list, so I'm going to continue along the list because a couple of things have happened, and that's partly the reason why I've been away for a little bit. But I've had a big shot in the arm, a kick up the arse, and I want to get this thing running. I want to hear it run because I've never heard it run, and regardless of how it runs, whether it's rough or the carbs need tuning and stuff, which I will do, I want to hear it running. I want to get it running this week, so that's my plan. If things come up and I can't get it done, fair enough, but at least I'll have done some work and progress towards getting it running, because hearing it run will 100% get me fired up to do more work on it. Once that's done, I can then look at maybe go up and down the drive slowly, and then maybe I can look at doing the forks and brakes and shit like that, so I can actually get stuff moving, because I've got all these parts. I have got the will to do it, I just haven't got round to it. So first things first, start to get rid of all this rubbish, have a bit of a tidy up, put some overalls on and crack on with it. So these little things, if you're cleaning anything, you get these little needles literally everywhere, and they stick in your clothes and your skin and your face, and so I'm going to clean all these up now because they're bloody horrible. Shit. Okay, a big old faff that. I've cleaned up a little bit, so it's good. Right, first things first, that hole there, I'm going to drill that out a bit and fill it with quick steel aluminium to try to put one of the screws in which holds in the float bowl assembly. Well, what I'm going to do is put the quick steel in with a screw, put that on top to make sure that it fits where it's supposed to, and then leave it for about 10 minutes and unscrew it so it sort of cuts its own threads. The little screws are here. I don't know if this is going to work, but to be honest, brazing the hole closed, if you like, was going to be a disaster potentially. So, what was it? This fits in there, and the lip on this little screw holds a float bowl assembly in place. I have bought a new one. I say new one, an old shitty one, but at least the hole is in the right place and not mangled. So even though it looks not great, I can use that if I absolutely need to. So let's get some of this, get some of that, and oh no. First off, we need to drill some more hole. Notice I didn't say holes, there's already a hole there. So I was going to do it on the pillar drill, but the smaller drill bits won't actually fit in it without some sort of adapter. So we'll be very careful and try. Gonna have to go with a bigger drill bit and just try to let the pillar drill do it. I've got a Dremel with loads of bits, and so I'm going to try one of these little carbide type bits and see if I can drill it out like a dentist rather than relying on loads of pressure and stuff, which is worrying me. Yeah, it's all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Six. Job done. Now that hole is bigger. The tip of the broken screw actually came out and it's clean. So I mean, this whole thing's dodgy, but at least we're in the right area. And if I didn't do it, then the job would be fucked, to be honest, because it's fucking useless if I can't keep the float bowl assembly thing in. So now we mix up a bit of this stuff, chuck it in the hole, chuck this in and unscrew it after about 10 minutes. And put this over the top so we know it's in the right position, because there's a little recess here for that screw itself, that one. So as long as it fits under there, it should be located in the right place. Makes sense to me. I've just talked for like 5-10 minutes that I was going to sort of cut down about what I was doing. I didn't even press record. So I've mixed up some of the quick steel, and the screw is now in, and as you can see, it occludes the hole slightly, and also it fits underneath the cap into the recess. So as it stands at this moment, it's working. And now I'm going to unscrew it very gently, if I can find the right one, right screwdriver, and hopefully the threads stay in there. Now it's moving too much. So if you can see, this is the float bowl holding assembly, whatever, which goes in like that. The screw then goes over the top. While we're waiting, we might as well put the other screw in to see if I'm far enough over. I know I'm probably not making a lot of sense now, but I've been sort of dreading doing this because there's the possibility of it going wrong. So push that all the way in, put that in the hole. And the screw holds it like that. So if we put the two together, I would say that's virtually the same. But what I need to do is unscrew it so that it's nice and gentle. Nah, no fucking way. So what we'll have to do is fill it. Ah, what a mess, eh? And there we have it, I suppose. We'll let that cure and everything and try to get it back to how it should be, and then drill and tap it. Whether it's going to work or not, I don't know. I thought, unless I mix some more up. Do you know what? Put that in. I need some fucking bolts, man. Oh, God. suppose we'll see. Right, well that was a bit frenetic. So what I ended up doing, because I don't know how I'm going to edit this together exactly, where the hell's that from? I've got a Renault dust cap for whatever. What I ended up doing was pushing some quick steel in the hole, pushing the bolt or the screw in with the float assembly underneath it so it's in the right place, and putting the cap on. I've taken it off, checked it and put it back on. I'm going to leave it for a couple of days inside so it's in a sort of a warm, dry place, and tomorrow I'll take the cap off and let it cure for ages, and hopefully with a screwdriver and a little bit of pressure it will just turn out and it'll have sort of created its own threads. I can then clean it up a little bit with a wire wheel or whatever, and then put it back in, and that's that job done. I'm still trying to get a little nut which goes on the end of one of these, which is the part that the butterfly valve sits in, so it opens and closes in the body of the carburetor. And once I've got that, then I've got everything, and if that works, then I can put them back together. Finally. It's been months, literally months.